Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to SAP Chats podcast, where we make corporate discussions fun and engaging. Today, we are live from the beautiful and sunny SAP office, London in England, with a generative AI guru, someone who is trying the latest innovations of AI by himself. He is starting from his own challenges, and then he builds solutions to solve them. Will Powell from Deloitte. Deloitte, our gold partner, recently won the Innovation Award, and they did a great job in the Next Level program. So Will, welcome to SAP Chats.
Thank you very much for having me.
So Will, you are making my life tough because you have generated a podcast around SAP innovation using AI. So you're competing against my podcast.
I don't think it's as good as that.
But I promise I will outperform you today in this episode. It's gonna be a nice one. We're gonna have fun and it's gonna be insightful. So to begin, you are a tech leader, right?
Yep.
And while reading your bio, I understand that it was somehow thanks to your parents. Can you tell us what's the story?
Yes, I'm actually a second generation consultant. My parents were part of putting in early computers. So they put in the first BT mainframe systems. My mum put in some for the banks, like the very first computers they had. So we actually had like hard disks that were the size of this table that had about 15 kilobytes of storage on them at home, right from when I was growing up. So they started it. We kind of, myself and my siblings kind of got sucked into that world and not really looked back.
Whoa, so inspiring. You were lucky, huh?
I think so.
Great. So Will, I want my audience to know more about you. So I've prepared what I call the SAP Chats quiz.
Okay.
It's 5 questions quiz. Okay. Some are pro, some personal, some are tricky. And there is one rule. The answer must be in one word or one expression. You're not allowed to say more, but at the end, you're allowed to go back to one of the questions, the question of your choice, and then you can elaborate.
Okay.
Ready?
Sounds good.
Okay, so from 1 to 10, what's the level of AI adoption at Deloitte?
So AI adoption at Deloitte, we have 8.
8?
Yeah.
Ambitious, okay. How many people are there in your team? It's not the question, but I need to know. Just tell me.
So,
more or less.
in the team, because it's a difficult one not to answer in one word,
this one, just tell me how many people.
So, immediate team, we have 20, 25, but then much wider. We, of course, have our different COEs and capabilities across our business and other groups that we plug into. Specifically around the AI side of things, we never really do it in isolation. We have to have the functional capabilities from all the different groups. Okay,
so here's the question now. This 20-25 people, this team will need less people in the future because of AI automation.
I think it's not likely that we have less people.
One word or answer.
I think it's challenging.
Challenging
is probably the word that we put in, because it is a benefit both ways.
Let's keep it challenging.
Yeah.
I like this answer. Okay, what's the core value of Deloitte?
Collaboration.
Collaboration, okay. Who is the person who inspires you the most in the SAP ecosystem?
Wow. I think it'd probably be Sohail.
Sohail.
Yeah. For the next
special mention to our friend Sohail. Okay. Last one. If you have to stop working in technology for whatever reason, in which field would you work to make money?
I think I would go into probably being a plumber. I think that's the area that people seem to be going to. So plumbing, I do a lot of home DIY stuff.
All right, interesting. Okay, so now we are done with the quiz.
Okay.
To which question would you like to come back?
Well, I think I mean, probably looking at what the team is doing going forward. I think with AI, there's definitely this concern of it's going to replace our roles, or we're going to need less people, or such like. And I know it's a little bit of a cliche almost coming through, that it's really the capabilities that it extends. And kind of, I see that the team being able to understand more, pull on more kind of content, and use where AI is very good, but then matching it up with where the human aspect really plays is really beneficial. And I think that still opens up more possibilities. Like, we're looking at people being able to do, say, who do financial analysis, being able to combine it with local news data and weather data and aspects like that, which they weren't able to before. But as an individual, you can't get into that additional data or that additional insight, because you're probably not an expert, but you've got these co-pilots or people to help as part of it. So I think there will still be the capability for all of the teams to still work and still use the same team, but just being more effective. I suppose that's where I'd probably go with it.
So same team powered by AI, let's say. Great. Speaking about the team, now it's the people section. You started the year 2025 running hackathons to accelerate the AI adoption, right? So now you are a hackathon expert. Can you tell us how would you describe a successful hackathon?
Well, just to give you a little bit of backstory on that. So we've been doing hackathons for probably the last decade or so. We actually took part as part of Keytree with demo jams, the Inno jams as part of the SAP conferences. And we were very successful at those, where we brought new ideas and concepts to those. And we've turned it around, and we now run it with clients. And so a really successful hackathon is really trying to deliver 3 different angles. The first one is it's taking a business challenge. Okay, you have a challenge that maybe you haven't tackled. You might think it's too difficult. We can't assign the resources to it, for instance. And you say, okay, well, let's time box it. Let's give a hackathon. Hackathons happen over 3 days. So using a hackathon is a great way to potentially open it up, say what kind of capabilities. The second one is they're very good at providing insights or skills, because again, we think they're fantastic with this AI case, because people want to learn about new technologies. A hackathon is, again, another space where you can go, okay, we're going to build a solution for, in my finance group or HR or such like, and we want to use AI. All of those people that may, as part of their day-to-day jobs, not get experience with AI or with some of the latest tools, have that space to say, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build hackathon, and we're trying to use AI so you can learn about it. It might be different bits of BTP, for example, you want to upskill your team on. And then the final one is the collaboration and the capability that you get around it. So what makes a really successful hackathon is having people that know the challenge, that know the technology, that know different parts of the business working together. And often we can see that they might be siloed in different groups and different parts of the business, but bringing them all together, putting them in a room, providing in pizza, energy drinks, a specific challenge, you get to a result that's better when you've got kind of all 3 of those together. So the functional use case, the technology that you're trying to do, and then the team that you've wrapped around it. Excellent.
Which means that it's not only for tech people. I mean, it needs to be people from business and so on. So the more diverse, the more it's successful. Can we say that?
Exactly. Yes.
Great.
Absolutely. The more ideas that go into those groups, the more you're pulling from people that are using it, building it, and pulling them together, the better it is.
Great, great. I know you have been experimenting different AI solutions, and you recently had been able to identify some bias in the different tools. It looks like you were trying some prompts or some questions to different AIs, and you were getting the same kind of answers, right? So
yes.
We know that there is bias in AI for sure. But my question to you is it because of humans or because of the AI itself? What's your perspective?
I mean, by definition, the way that these AIs are built is they're trying to replicate the human brain, and they've been trained on all of human intelligence. So there is a certain level of reflecting our own selves back at us. So, and I think the way that we've built some of these, there is a similarity between them. And so, an example you're referring to, you ask, okay, I'm coming to a traffic light. What color is the traffic light to the AI? And we found that basically all of the AIs said green. They say green. They all say green. You said orange, which is again a difference. Interesting one where it's almost, they're trying to almost reflect back, guess what the best answer is, and people are probably happiest with green. So it's almost as it trying to give us the result that we're hoping. And that bias needs to be accounted for when we deploy it into applications, because yes, the traffic light one is a very simple example, but you build that in and you see the ramifications it could have on a use case, that starts to be where it gets interesting. But I think it's a combination of the information that's been reflected, the way that we've built it, and the fact that it's trying to mimic, we are building it on the human brain, so it should be ourselves.
So let's jump to the tech and AI discussions, which is the core of our episode today. First of all, you did a great job in the Next Level program, so congrats. First of all, can you tell us about this program? What was your experience like in the Next Level program?
So the Next Level program has been a fantastic way of bringing forward ideas, concepts and solutions in kind of getting the exposure and also getting the doors unlocked across both from business perspective and a technical aspect. What we've done with it is we've used the program and worked very closely with SAP within it to engage with clients, engage with customers on a variety of different topics, from pharmaceutical applications where we're looking at patient packaging information, the piece of paper that comes with your medicine.
Sorry to interrupt. The pharmaceutical case, was it the use case that you have worked on for the Next Level program?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So can you tell us more about this use case? I'm really interested. Yeah.
I think the specific use case is that if you take any medication, you have that box, and then there's the tiny little piece of paper that you receive with it. I wonder how many people actually read it. And if you do fold it out, it's the size of probably one of these skyscrapers, and the font is so small you can barely read it. However, there's a huge amount of information in that document. Like, it covers all of the different side effects. It
critical information.
Exactly. Everything that's in it, all the ingredients, all the what you shouldn't take it with something else.
Yeah.
And using BTP and AI to unlock that information, to restructure it, so that we can build other applications on top of it, has been what we've been doing with it. So we can pull out all of that content, and it's starting to enable things like personalized information. So it's cutting out all the information that's not relevant to you, being able to build other applications on top of it that can work out contraindications, so how two drugs interact with one another. And that's all been run through the Next Level program as far as our the use case and the build out of that, and then the talking to clients as well.
Okay. And during this Next Level program, you had to use SAP technology. Mm-hmm. Which SAP Business AI components have you been using during the program?
A lot of what we're using is AI Core, and then the core BTP, Cloud Foundry, pieces underneath to essentially power it. And then with a lot of this other data, it aligns to information you have in your system of record. So then that starts getting us into Cloud Connector and being able to talk to on-prem systems, because you've got your manufacturing information from elsewhere, and that's usually in the documents as well. So we can start essentially pulling that through from those systems, probably. So really AI Core, BTP, and then starting to build into some of the data connectors in Cloud Core. We've also been, for that specific use case, the FHIR services on BTP and the medicinal capabilities it has as an industry-specific capabilities. We've also been using in this case.
Great. So it looks like you used the full suite. This use case, I mean, it was for customer rights. There was a business need, as you said, a business challenge. You did it during the Next Level program. what's the future of this use case? Will you continue? Are you working on it?
Yes, we are continuing looking at more documents, more different data types, not just that packaging leaflet, but building it up, exposing it out to the other data formats that happen inside pharma and other sectors as well. So yes, it's moving forward full steam ahead.
Excellent, excellent. So apart from the Next Level program, I know you guys are very innovative, right? So do you have any other AI use cases you want to share with our audience?
Sure. I mean, the use cases that we're seeing are massive and varied. We've looked at being able to create, say, for example, an e-commerce website experience where it can take every picture of clothing and replace it with a picture of you wearing that item. So you can see e-commerce sites of what you look like in every single product as you go through the website. So imagine next time you go to where you buy clothes from, you could see yourself wearing every item. It's getting a little bit weird now because you can actually get it to generate a video of you selling yourself the items and actually talking to it. So it's, but you can use the same, like that, for example, started out there, but you can also use it to, say, show you a picture of a car, for example, on your driveway. What would it look like? I can get it to show me interior design, like we've had from some of the big manufacturers, is accessible to everyone. So you can generate that. We've also been bringing things like AI agents into finance and core SAP processes where you can have AI help connect across multiple ERPs to bring data together and to get rid of some of the data processing pieces. And that makes it a lot simpler and a lot easier. We've also looked at being able to essentially real-time change video feeds to translate them into other languages. So for example, this podcast that we're talking about, we can take that video feed and then we can redub it, lip sync it into another language in real time, which makes it very accessible for other people to see it in their own language and to have some of those, that content for an audience of one. So there's a huge amount that we are capable of doing. I think it's narrowing down on what makes the business benefit, and the business impact is what the biggest challenge is at the moment with this.
Great. Important note. All of these use cases he tried himself, the e-commerce and so on, I can tell you. So, Will, what about the Celine avatar?
Yes. So we had Celine, Celine's AI counterparts open the partnership.
First of all, who is Celine?
She's the Chief Partner Officer at SAP. And as part of the partner kickoff session earlier this year, we actually had AI Celine open it. So this was a live video feed of on stage. So the audience saw essentially what was being presented, and then basically Celine AI version walked on and opened up the conference. And that was trained on about 30 seconds of audio of Celine, and then a couple of minutes of video footage, along with a few images. Basically, it was then able to essentially walk on stage, and then it was actually able to interact with Celine, real Celine, when she came on stage as well.
Oh, nice.
In real time. And it was basically all overlaid on a video feed. So when you're looking at the stage, you only saw one Celine. When you saw the video that was projected, you saw both of them talking to one another as part of it. But again, shows the capability of what's possible with this.
Yeah, it's amazing. And it was based on SAP technology?
We used BTP, AI core right at the core of it. It was processing all of the conversation and the technology that was running. And then there was a laptop plugged into a camera at the back that provided the gateway off the BTP.
Wow, these guys are really innovative. So you have been doing coding since the last 15 years, right? And you have coded with 15 languages. Do you believe in vibe coding? So first of all, vibe coding, it's coding with AI or asking AI, prompting AI to do code. So what do you think about vibe coding?
I think vibe coding is a fantastic tool. It is brilliant at cutting through and delivering functionality very, very quickly. it is just like any tool, there is the right way and wrong way of using it. And I think you need to be careful about what it might do, because again, the AI is very enthusiastic, it's going to help. And it's brilliant when you go, I want to add this feature, and it just goes off and does it. One of the approaches that we quite like is go, okay, rather than go straight into vibe coding and ask for a feature, you ask for, okay, give me the top 5 ways of doing this particular feature. Ask it to start with that, and then choose from the list of what it provides you back. So you get a little bit more insight into what it's doing. I think also one of the things is, if you're starting out and you're learning coding and development, it's brilliant. However, you still need to understand what it's doing, because I've seen cases where the AI is going to put massive security holes in its code, which it's great that it's got to the end solution, but the solution is not something that's necessarily scalable or reliable. So it's a massive supporter of it. I think it's incredible. I just think it's a case of you need to remember it's a tool and it's got its limitations.
Yeah, so we need to be careful for sure.
Yeah.
For me, vibe coding is great for prototypes, MVPs,
Yes.
and so on. Do you think in the future is going to be also okay for productive applications?
Yes. Yeah, I think AI is fantastic at pull requests. So being able to manage and kind of work out if there are any problems that would occur from code being merged into production. I think being able to do first pass of features, again, brilliant. I think some of the testing and validation, being able to write unit tests, all of those ancillary parts, document your code, again, really good at. I think there is still, as you say, a little gap that it needs to overcome to be that reliable enterprise stack. But it's still useful getting to parts of those processes with AI.
All right, let's wait and see. Well, let's test and see.
Yes.
Cool. So with all of your knowledge and expertise in the AI, if I am a customer, SAP customer, or prospects, whatever, I want to jump into the AI, but I want first to learn, to put my hands there. Where should I go to learn AI? Give me some, let's say, top 3 destinations to learn AI.
So I think finding influencers and content producers, very much like this podcast, that are giving you content in the area that you're interested in. Because again, AI is so broad. If you're interested in AI in retail and AI in kind of coding, there are individuals that are very good at providing that content. They're very good channels, and you get that kind of level of trust in them because you see the kind of the people behind it as well. The next one I'd probably say is trying it, using AI to actually help get knowledge from it. It's fantastic at pointing you in the right direction. As I mentioned, where you have give me 3 directions of or 3 kind of areas that I should look at for coding. Same thing. Okay, AI. Provide me a handful of areas or a handful of links or useful sources that are in this area to find out the AI, or where should I get started? It's brilliant at answering those questions to give you guidance and start on those. And then the third one would probably be talking to partners, collaboration with other organizations that are doing things. So reaching out to suppliers, consultancies, SAP, asking them where and how people are actually making these useful, because then you get to see the real rubber on the road, what people are doing now, and how that's making a difference. So that's things like TechEd and the conferences, but that's also just, we have a relationship with someone, great, we reach out, ask them, how are they getting on, what are they doing? So that's probably the 3 that I'd probably say.
Excellent. I'm sure it's going to be useful for our audience. So, closing question. What does SAP Business AI represent in Deloitte's go-to-market strategy?
So SAP's Business AI represents an opportunity for clients to become more efficient, more targeted, and add more value to their offering and their capability and their internal processes, allowing them to focus the value on the bits that matter to the business. And we see it as the next generation of transformation that's going to happen across the workforce and also our working careers. And that business benefit is where we see the SAP Business AI making business best impact because it is integrated. It's part of the existing landscape, and it's got the capabilities with the likes of SAP Joule to really add benefit, add value to the end users.
Great. Okay, Will, thank you very much for your time. For me, it was really insightful, and without any doubt, it's going to be insightful for our audience. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.